Hello, fellow safety and health professional, and welcome to another podcast in a series of podcasts based on an article in Safety and Health magazine that's all about you. For the past 25 years or so, I've attended every Congress and Expo which the NSC, the National Safety Council, has hosted. Yes, I'm bragging. I always go to them. And it's always been a highlight of my travels, and I travel a lot. Last couple of years, not as much as I used to, but still quite a bit. And I get to schmooze with fellow safety and health professionals, and whether as a speaker or attendee, I learn a lot. I'm always impressed at how well it's organized, especially considering how huge it is, the size, so many vendors, and the complexity of the content. And I've worked with 3 or 4 different folks doing the PDSs and all kinds of stuff, and it's been excellent. Now, this year, I'm thrilled that the Congress is going to be in San Diego. It's one of my favorite cities to visit. So not only am I going to a convention I like, I'm kind of having a vacation too. And I'm hosting a PDS on Spice It Up. It's about making your safety training and your meetings more fun and interesting. And I'm giving a technical session talk. It's Bring It On Home. It's about how to have more home safety in your safety program. But I'll also be attending other events besides mine. I like to sit in on different, topics that I'm interested in. And here's what I do before I go to any convention, but particularly this one, to get the most out of it, out of the Congress. And I hope these tips will help you do the same. First, it's usually on the way there in the airplane. I will write down a list of what I want to accomplish. Nothing real formal, and sometimes I don't even look at it more than once, but at least I have in my mind what I want to get from it. And I usually have 2 categories. One is just for my enjoyment. For example, I might put down, I want to find 2 restaurants that are icons in the area that I never had before, or, find an unusual shop that has, neat, different stuff I can buy for my wife or just even for work. And then I'll have some that are work-related, I want to find out about what's new in personal protective equipment, or, as I'll tell you in a minute, too, about demolition. I'm working at a site doing some demolition work. So that type of thing I'll write down, just so I have it in my head to know what to do. And after I register and get your bag, with all your stuff in it, I look through it. I look through all the different programs, even if I'm not going to go to one. I just want to see what's going on and, what are some of the hot topics. And I also look for speakers, because some of the speakers are my friends, colleagues, and I'll see who's still speaking and where. And I'll also just get a general idea of what's going on. But I figure I'd be remiss if I didn't do that before I started, because I don't just want to wander around only. I do that. Now, second tip, hang out with the vendors. I don't buy stuff anymore. I used to be a site safety coordinator at the nuclear power plant. I would buy stuff, right? I'd buy hard hats and, new type of stuff that was coming out. But I don't anymore, pretty much as a consultant or a speaker. But I still want to see what's out there. So I'm in the know for my clients and, even my audience. Sometimes I'll work at an audience that they use, a certain type of equipment a lot. And I just want to know what's there. And you probably, many of you are listening to this, actually do need to know what's out there for your work. Plus, you get some cool gifts. A lot of times I come back from those conventions and I don't just walk around just to pick up pens, but I do get them. I get different stuff, all the different, and you can put in a ticket so you can win. And I won one year. I won a really cool backpack because I put in, with the vendors. But that's not my main reason, of course. But that's one thing that is a plus. And make new friends. Here's the other big tip. Don't just stick to the same people all the time. And I see that. I see folks, they're always saying because it's a little bit uncomfortable for some people to branch out. But try to find people who are in a different industry than you're in, that do different stuff. Even if it's not related whatsoever, you'll still often learn things. I have 2 good friends that I met, and I got work from one. I didn't do it on purpose, but Rodney, he's a good buddy of mine, and We just, I've made good friends there. And one other person who's a friend of mine, I sat down next to them on purpose, never saw him before, kicked up a conversation, and now that was 15 years ago or so, and now we're good friends. And then the last thing I do is I write about my experience. I keep a journal, and I write about what I learned from the convention, and what I might do next time. I wish I would have done this, right? So, but that's good, because then next year I'll be able to, think about that and use it. It's wonderful how much the safety and health field, our field that we're in, has advanced. I remember back in the early 80s, the difference from then till now is stupendous, wonderful. And I never have ever gone to a convention with the National Safety Council Congress and not said, wow, look at all this stuff and look how good this industry is. And so I hope you feel the same way. I hope we get to meet in San Diego. And until then, I wish you a busy, happy, and a healthy life.